Nightmare Frames. This Prologue released to Steam all the way back on October 1st of 2021. But guess what? There was an update to this Prologue a few months ago on May 6th of 2025. The full game has already released on June 16th of 2022 for $13. But if you're looking to pick it up on sale, you're looking at right around $7.79 at the time of this recording. So it's possibly just below that, depending on how far in the future you are from this video. The developer is Postmodern Adventures, and this is the second title that I've played by them on the channel. I really enjoyed the other title, so I'm going to play this one. And yeah, this is a supernatural point-and-click thriller where you'll step into the shoes of Alan Goldberg in the search for the scariest horror film of all time. It's an enthralling journey through the streets of Hollywood of the 80s, a small haunted town, and even hell itself. We're not going to say anything else about it, and we're going to play it. Now, the menu didn't allow me to change the audio until I got to this spot in the game, and it's not very long into the game, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the game, have very little commentary because of how loud it is, and yeah, we'll return to this part of the game, and then I'll turn the commentary back on. I will try to say some things if the audio lowers, but yeah, here we go. We're going to go to the beginning of the game. See how loud it is? It's way over my voice. New game. The guys don't know the lunatic returned to camp. I have to warn them before it's too late. Okay, so this is the beginning of the game. I have not messed with anything here. All I did was go left until I was met with something and then arrived in that room you saw me in. They're not there. I just checked. I hope I find them alive. Alright. Can I click on anything? No inventory, nothing. Oh, here's a sign. The docks! They must be there. Yeah, I read that already, so go there. No, no! Oh God, Will! What have they done to you? What? What do you mean, what have they done to her? They've slaughtered Tommy! Can I not click on any of them? To the docks. Yeah, this is what I did before. I went this way. I paid no attention to this. I sped through it. Tommy! Stacy, run! Let him go, you monster! Get out of here! He'll come for you. I can't take it anymore. Oh my goodness! Okay. And here we go. This is the room that I was in. I basically skipped through it without messing with anything before. You've been suspecting it for a while. The climax of Lunatic 2 is identical to the one you wrote for the original movie. You go over the whole script in your mind and end up realizing it has the same structure as its predecessor. You can't show this to Christopher Ruskin. Melodies of Heaven. Can't read all that. No wonder you've put such little interest in the script for Lunatic 2. All your thoughts are focused on the ambitious project that will take you back to the times of Melodies of Heaven. The script that earned you an Oscar nomination in 1980. Famous producer Peter Evans is butting heads with the studio executives to get the project greenlit. According to him, the deal was almost done, which means you're just one step away from leaving the B-movies pit you're in. He was meeting with the executives this morning. You have an appointment later today at his place, hopefully to celebrate. It's getting late. I should get moving. Hollywood, 1985. Right click to look. Okay. Left click to interact. All right. That was pretty cool. And here we have it. This is where I was in the beginning of the video. I'll show you that I can now change the audio. It wouldn't let me do this before. So we're going to put it like what, there? Yeah, we'll put it halfway. It seems good. Resume. And we're also going to save the game. And I had it as first, so I'll save over that. Even though it puts me exactly where it was, but that's alright. But yeah, we got to remember to save in this game. So yeah, I've done nothing in this room. You can click on each poster. There's the Melodies of Heaven. Campfire Psycho, Christopher Ruskin production. Wait, what did it say? That's pretty cool. It's time to vote. President's Day Killer. Don't Go to the Forest 3D. Lunatic, February 1904. Clock. You'll wind it up some other time. Awards. You glance towards the shelf and realize that a statuette awarded to Campfire Psycho at some festival you can't remember is missing. The breeze coming through the window reminds you that you used it as a doorstep for the hallway. Okay. You don't usually check the end result of your scripts. Once you've delivered the last revision, you completely disregard the project and don't give a damn about anything producers or directors to do with it. That was the VHS tapes. Even so, you show them off as a trophy and you wonder why. You don't have an answer. That's VHS tapes. Calendar, you mark the due date for the script of Lunatic 2 with a big red circle. Books. Gotta have my books. You take the wallet in the hopes of not misplacing it and forgetting about it again. It's a good thing you always carry a few bills in your jacket so you can pay for cabs. New inventory, wallet. There it is. This game is almost entirely inventory based. Inventory puzzle based is what I read. I forgot to mention that. There's no channel that interests you enough to make you plug in the TV again. Okay? People always say that those mass psycho movies write themselves, and it's something you've always agreed with. But failing to write the sequel to Lunatic is making you change your mind. The best thing you can do now is go outside and forget about writing it for today. Trey, it's a complete disaster you need to fix, though the best thing will be to start anew. Snort. Oh, what was that? You can't remember how many times you filled it with coffee today. Mug, okay. Mugs. Maybe you have thrown away the odd, brilliant page without realizing it, but that's probably not the case in the trash can. IBM? You can't remember the last time you turned it on. It was to try out the latest sensation in computer narrative, King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones. The narrative wasn't good enough, and your character died again and again. You couldn't stand it more than 5 minutes. Window. You look out the window. Movies taught you to love the streets of LA, reality to hate them. Let's do letters. You think you could show a couple of them to the police, in particular the one that threatens to shoot you with a sniper rifle, and the one whose author thinks the best way of ending your life is planting a bomb in this very apartment. But you know they're probably written by some heartless, zit-ridden teenager, too busy jerking off completely to an Eliza poster. Okay, so we've got an mature rating on the game there. You already flipped through that issue. George A. Romero tries to milk the success of Night of the Living Dead for a third time. A theatrical director from Chicago makes his movie debut with an adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's short story for Charles Band's Empire. Lastly, an interview with Gina Dreyfus, the Scream Queen from Campfire Psycho, in which, among other things, she talks trash about you. Okay, so there's nothing else for me to click on. Not that I can see. So door is the last thing to do. I did want to mention that I'm not going to play this prologue very long because it's actually around an hour to complete, because the full game is right around 4 to 6 hours. You know, and usually a prologue or a demo is around 10 to 30%. I don't know if anybody knows that. Most of the time. It's not set in stone. So I figure I'm going to only play around 15 to 20 minutes of this. And most of that is just me talking in the beginning here. So I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you. It's that simple. Wah! Welcome to LA United Taxi. Where do you want to go? When you get in a taxi, the drivers will talk to you. You can disable this feature in the options menu. I don't want to disable that. I was at Alan's home, right? Let's go to Joe's Diner. Well, who do we have here? Oh, and I wanted to mention one more thing. This scene here, there are over 80 of these in the full game. And 50 characters to interact with in the full game. That's insane. That's a lot of gameplay. Just wanted to mention that. Oh, nice music.
Those of you behind the wheel right now, I hope listening to this song helps you make the best of this wonderful sunset I can see.
So we have a blackboard. The prices, lower than most of the similar places in the block, are the result of sending Vicky or Karen undercover to sniff around competitors' menus. You don't feel like trying it out. Neither this one, new one, not any of the others. What? TV. You don't know any of the bands in there, but they're very popular with the kids. You have no idea of who the Bangles are? Oh, come on. You got to know the Bangles. It's a Karate Kid soundtrack. Duran Duran sounds like a character from Barbarella. What? And you think the Cars is the worst possible name for a rock band? Oh, come on. Let's see. So we have Mac here, Joe, and Vicky. Let's go to photos. Joe doesn't consider you famous enough to take a pic with you. There's a client there. Neon. You time the rhythmical flaring of the neon sign in your head. 13 seconds. You've always been very attentive. But enough with your tendency to waste your time on such nonsense as this. Arcade. Let's do that. Aw, man. It's coin operated. I need a coin. Okay, let's go to pie. Sometimes you have a slice of that pie with your coffee, but today you have already met your caffeine quota, so you don't feel like having any. Tread carefully if you don't want Joe to jump through the kitchen window and tear your armor off when he sees you messing with the cash register. You aren't hungry. Alright, so now we have to talk to the people, or I can go in the door. Hey, Wardmonger, nothing for you here. Okay. So let's try the client. You don't need anything from him. Let him enjoy his burger. So now it's up to these three here. This is what I like to do. I like to rule things down in these types of games because I've played so many of them. Mac, Joe, or Vicky. Let's go with Mac. How's it going, Mac? Wow, you're alive? I thought they were about to knock your door down and find you devoured by the cat. I don't have a cat. I hate them. That would be a good end for me. Feeling optimistic today, are we? I'm glad you see, friend. What can I help you with? Oh man, I wanted to save these for last, but that's alright. Your thing. What are you writing? A review of the new Twilight Zone. I already know your answer, but I know a couple of guys in the CBS who owe me some favors. Aren't you interested in writing an episode for the series? You want me to work in TV? I want to end my day. I don't even know what I read there. TV is changing. Even William Friedkin directed an episode. My apologies. And maybe in the future you'll have more freedom writing for TV than the movies. I know practically everyone in the job and you could shine there. I appreciate it, but I won't insist. But if you ever change your mind, here I am. Mac knows people, Wardmonger. Maybe if you worked in TV you couldn't complain so much. Oh, shut up. What is happening? I see somebody's happy to see me. Why wouldn't I? Okay, you mean Joe. He thinks highly of you, but you know him. Ah, you're referring to Vicky. I'm not meddling in other couples' affairs. We're not a couple. You'd be if you weren't so... Bah, I already said it. I'm not meddling in other couples' affairs. I already did that one, so carry on. Party on, Garth. Joe, let's talk to Joe. Hey, Joe. When are you going to add me to the Wall of Fame? No offense, Alan, but you're no celebrity. I forgot what the voice I was using. You're a screenwriter. Can a screenwriter be a celebrity? No. It's like taking a picture with a lighting technician. What about William Goldman? Don't you know him? No. See, a screenwriter can't be a celebrity. New machine? That one? Yeah, it's one of those modern thingamajigs with touch panels. It has quizzes for smartasses like you. It's not exactly a hit so far. Kids prefer to shoot spaceships. They're coming to change it tomorrow. If you want to try it out, do it today. Can I ask you a personal question? Let's see. Are you happy with that kitchen? If you're asking if I'm happy... Well, you're always here, completely soaked in sweat, and I thought... You thought? Mr. Hollywood thought? You don't think this is a decent job? Is that what you're suggesting? No, not at all. Look, Mr. Smarty Pants, I started in this business when I was 14. I spent my whole life working for others and putting up with everyone's shit. I always wanted to be self-employed and to open a place like this. It's always been my dream, and it's as worthy as yours to getting into the Olympus of cinema legends, okay? I didn't want to offend you, Joe. Bah! I think this one now. I'll be around. Don't you want a drink? No thanks. Okay, so this is the last thing I could possibly do in here. What was that all about? I don't know what you're talking about. That dumb thing about the admittance policy. Don't you have anything to say to me? Good afternoon. Good. Oh, God. Don't you owe me an apology? A week ago, you were on a second date with Vicky, despite the disaster that was previous one. And it was worse. You got drunk and started talking too much. You only remember ended up lying down in a taxi soaked in the wine Vicky probably threw at you before running away, and a strong pain in your cheek. So, in these moments you wish you were at your typewriter, with all the time in the world to think of all the possible answers your character might give you. You try to choose the right words to tell Vicky, but this page will probably end up in the trash can. Anyway, let's drop the subject, okay? What did I say? Don't you remember? Hadn't felt so insulted in my whole life, Alan. But what on earth did I say? I won't repeat it. Hearing it once was enough. Keep it down, lovebirds. Aren't you going to tell me? It's not what you said, Alan. The problem is you said it again. Everything revolves around you, and you end up ruining them what could have been a special night. You're not the man who came to Hollywood years ago. That's the past. You've still got a job, you make a living, and you're tasting success. What more do you want? Do you want to know what frustration looks like? I've spent 5 years in Hollywood and I haven't got any parts yet. I'm 35 and share an apartment with two 20-somethings who have barely been here for 2 months, and one's already been on Cheers and the other one's a regular in the Colbys. And that doesn't prevent me from respecting the ones I love, you know? Alright, I'm sorry. I apologize if you felt offended. What? What's that if? Of course I did. You're better at offending than at writing scripts, you know? And the worst thing about it is, God, I'm such an idiot that I'd hang out with you again tonight. But it's all over, Alan. I don't need such a relationship in my life right now. I don't blame you for it. I can barely stand myself. I try to see life as it is, Alan. Do you part into what we have to work? For a moment, you think about apologizing again, this time in less apathetic and more sincere way. But you know it won't change Vicky's mind, so you decide to spare her the words. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Did you get a casting this week? 3. And it's always the same, either too young or too old. Why don't you get her into one of your movies? I tried. Twice. Associate producers get their lady friends in. I can't do anything against that. You're not pushing hard yourself enough. That's not how it works, Joe. I'm just the screenwriter but why am I explaining myself to you? Why are you barging in our conversation? Because Vicky's worth a lot. She's a good actress. I know she's good. Very good. Yeah? If she were as good as you say, we'd already have seen her in a lunatic movie. Let it be, Joe. Alan is right. Why are you defending him? Are you so infatuated you swallow everything he says? Excuses. If he'd wanted to, you'd have been in one of his movies already. Please, Joe. It's your life, and I'm not meddling. You have stopped meddling. I only want the best for my employees, okay? Is that clear? Boy, I'm going all over the place. May I know what I said during dinner? You should know. I should, but thing is I don't. I'm trying to remember. That's it. Vicky? What do you want, Alan? May I know what I said during dinner? You should know. I should, but thing is I'm trying to remember. She's going to say the same thing, apparently. That's all. As you wish. So there's nothing else to do here. You gotta get out of here. Where's the exit? Exit. Oh gosh. Where to, man? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to go to these 2 places. I feel like I've played enough, and I want to save the game. How do I save? I forget. Save. First, yes. So yeah, this was a really fun game so far. I'm super engaged with it. I can easily continue playing, but I want to make this video short. I don't want to spoil this entire demo for you, because I don't know if after I visit those 2 places, that's the only 2 places that you get to go to, other than the 2 I've already visited. So yeah, definitely recommend this game. But if you like what you see, consider liking and subscribing for more daily content just like this, where we play both new and old games you may not know about. This was Nightmare Frames, the Prologue.